Good morning, everyone. Welcome back into North Dakota today. Fargo South graduate Toby Jones has been busy living out his dream in Los Angeles, working for the likes of Cartoon Network, Netflix, and Warner Brothers. But more recently has been back home making a film that is debuting at the Fargo Film Festival at the Fargo Theater. Welcome, Toby.
Hey, thanks so much for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being here. So the movie is called AJ Goes to the Park. Can you tell us about it?
It's a movie about and starring my friend AJ Thompson, who's a Fargo resident who we grew up with, went to high school with, and we made a bunch of movies with when we were growing up. And it's about him and his love of going to the dog park every day with his two little chihuahuas. Essentially, he goes there and it's closed, and it becomes his life's journey to get it reopened. And this being kind of an absurd, surreal comedy, it puts him on an odyssey that goes in a lot of unexpected and very funny directions.
Interesting. So what was the genesis of this project?
It kind of came from just a feeling of like, after working in the animation industry for over a decade, just like having so much fun doing that, but also thinking like, hey, I can do that, and also like, how about I take some time getting my old friends back together and make a fully independent, fully DIY type of project that we just kind of do our own way, just totally for fun.
Absolutely. So what was the experience like shooting a feature film right here in Fargo?
It was genuinely really great. One thing about making a movie in Fargo compared to a lot of other places, I think, is just there's a lot of interest and curiosity in doing something new and fun and weird. So like, when we were making this movie, the movie has a lot of different locations. We go around town and had to meet a lot of different people, and you pick up the phone and you call somebody and you're like, hey, we're shooting this like zero budget movie with our friends. It's a weird comedy. Can we come by and shoot at your place? Most of the time people were like, that sounds like fun, let's do it.
Yeah.
And same thing with the actors and a lot of the crew. It's just people just kind of want to be involved in something fun and cool, given the chance.
Absolutely. So what would you say are the differences working in live action like you have for this film versus your career in animation?
Well, animation, working for these studios is a really fun and amazing thing, because you get to work with like a fully funded project with like a nice big crew and a lot of resources. Whereas this is in a lot of ways the opposite, where it's really just us and our friends getting together and doing it our own way with our own money and just kind of seeing what we can pull off. It's a much more kind of like fiercely DIY type of thing. And also in animation, it's like you're building all these pieces separately. Everyone has their own job and they kind of come together to create the thing. Whereas this one's all about like, you pre-prep, and then what you do on the shoot day is kind of like, hopefully it all worked out and there's only so much you can do from there. So it's almost more like live theater or something.
Well, we're taking a look at some of the clips from the movie right now. We're just circling through them. What's been the most rewarding thing for you to really see your idea come to fruition?
I think that there's just kind of nothing like the feeling of coming up with an idea that is completely bizarre and strange, that no one would ever, you know, if you tried to pitch it to somebody, they would be like, what? But getting some enthusiastic people together to just be like, let's do it, let's execute it, let's do something we've like never done before and put it on screen. That's kind of one of the things we did with this movie. Is it's like, it's a wacky comedy with lots of visual jokes and gags and humor, but it also gets very absurd and surreal. I mean, we try to do things that you wouldn't expect. And that's something that I really am proud of, is we made a comedy that's very, hopefully, unexpected to the viewer.
Well, yes, just looking at these clips, it does look very unexpected, just like that last clip that we saw. And it looks very funny, too. How did you really find inspiration for some of the jokes in this film?
Honestly, for me, with humor, it all comes down to just like, my creative process is entertaining myself.
Yep.
And so when I was writing this movie, it really came down to just like plopping down after maybe a long, hard day of working on cartoons. And you sit down and you're tired and you're like, I just want to make something. And what can I do right now writing that will make me laugh at this moment right now? So you don't get bored with the process. So it's just like, the movie almost has like, you know, attention deficit disorder. I have that. I was diagnosed at a young age, and that's kind of where my creative process comes from. And so it's just like, what can you do now to entertain you in the process of making it? Hopefully will translate to the audience and make them have fun watching it as well. Absolutely.
So this will be debuting at the Fargo Theater. How can folks come and check it out?
It's playing as part of the Fargo Film Festival. It's on Saturday at 3:30. And I really hope people come check it out, because I think they will have fun. You know, see a bunch of Fargo locations and see a Fargo cast and crew come together and make something all by themselves.
And then how can folks, you know, stay in touch with you?
Sure, on social media, I'm Toby Jones, and there you can kind of follow to see what I'm doing in the animation world, and it's also kind of the journey this movie takes after it has its kind of first showing here in Fargo.
Well, wonderful. Anything else you'd like our viewers to know?
I would just say, AJ Goes to the Dog Park, Saturday, Fargo. Check out all kinds of stuff at the Fargo Film Festival. There's a lot of great stuff playing this week, and us on Saturday is just another great thing.
Well, congratulations. This is really fun, and we're looking forward to it.
All right, thanks a lot.
Of course. All right, everyone stick around. The FM Ballet is currently rehearsing and getting ready for their rendition of The Little Mermaid. That's up next right here on North Dakota Today.